Hello everybody, it's John from Wargamers. Today's game is just going to be myself. I watched a gameplay video by Attila16 and he used a British deck in Destruction on 10v10 and he used, I think it was the Mark 1 challenges primarily. He used them quite well, so that got me thinking that maybe I wanted to try my UK armoured deck because I don't often use it. Primarily because if you go for a non-mechanized or non-motorized deck, or even a para deck, you're obviously limited to 5 cards of infantry. And in this game, infantry, depending on how you play and what map you play on, are very, very important. So I don't normally use an armoured deck, but this time I did. So as you can see, I've got the Sultans and the Land Rovers, Stalwarts and Fobs. Got Fusilier 90s in 432s. I've got Fusiliers 90 in Warriors. Now, for some stupid reason, I don't know why, you can't get Warrior 90s in an armoured deck. It makes no sense to me, but hey ho, that's the way it is. Javelins and Milans. I've got 2 cards of Milans, primarily because if I was expecting if I go armoured, then I might counter some armor or encounter some more armor myself, so more javelins, Milans, sorry, the better. Artillery, rapiers and challenger marksmen. So I've got all the cards that you can take for challenges. Chieftain 11s, Chieftain 10s, gazelles, ferrets. Now I did just change this deck. I had a card of green jackets in pumas, but I swapped them out for scorpions because I ran some scimitars into a forest and there was a T-72 and it killed all of them. So scorpions punch harder. There's some scimitars, strikers which I don't use, the lynx variants I don't use, jaguars, harriers, sea harriers and tornadoes, which I don't use any tornadoes. Obviously because it's 10v10, I don't need any ships. Okay, so that's the decks, or deck rather. Whoop, wrong one. It's this one. Okay, so I'm on the right hand side with Strela. He goes American. Just speed that up. The Vanguard wants to know who's going there, but it's pretty obvious that I'm going there. He's going Oscar. Seems like all my guys are deployed right next to it. Okay. So as you can see, my starting force. Got my Land Rover. Got my 432s with Milans, Javelins and Fusilier 90s. Got a couple of trap rapiers and some Challenger 1 Mark 2s. I was going to go with Mark 1s, but these guys are a little bit better for not much of a difference in points, so I decided to go for 2 of these instead. And I also have a green jacket squad in a Puma. And I've just called in 2 rapier FSAs. Strela's going very American armor. He calls out a lot more Abrams later on. Here's my guys. Oh, they even got the license plates on the front. It's weird to think that a tank would have a license plate. Oh, get out of the way. That's the Fusilier 90s splitting off. So they're deploying in these buildings here. Right, so these guys are kind of going to come up to here. Vanguard has gone Commonwealth. Strela calls out a Nighthawk. I think his target is this. So he starts to deploy his light riflemen and infantry here. Boom. I don't actually pay much attention to what else happens during this game, so I was trying to use my tanks, having tank battles over here. So I dropped my Milans off, and also my javelins, and then my challengers are slowly coming up. The mistake that I made was I didn't bring any Fusiliers up. I should have actually used these guys and brought them up closer, but I didn't. I just reinforced this instead. Well, so his cavalry scouts just got a kill then. The intention was I was going to put my tanks into this tree line, but then I saw all these tanks over here. And I thought, hey, I've got a Challenger 1 Mark II. Might as well send that over. So I sent both of them. Abrams and the light rifleman firing away there. So he's just lost his Abrams and his scouts. He still has one Abrams left. My Challenger gets a kill on its first shot, but its weapon is jammed. And then he dies to 2 more shots from in here. Bellsfield gets a kill, but then he dies. Unfortunately. So, that was the first engagement, which didn't go very well for us. So I brought out 3 of my artillery. And I've also brought up some more Fusiliers for there. Now, I tried to get the TY90s, so I swap buildings. And they now own this tree line, which is not good. Strela pulls his Abrams back, and he's also bringing up another one as well. First shot misses. Second shot misses. They all miss. It's very disappointing. Javelin squad gets engaged by a tank. I'm not too sure if they shoot down this TY90 or not. That's one hit. Apache gets taken down because they have a lot of anti-aircraft around here. So I brought up a Lynx AH-1 TOW and also a Challenger 1 Mark III. Unfortunately, the Javelins are fucking useless and they can't shoot down one helicopter. However, the Milans managed to hit a BMP because it's at the doorstep. So because I see these coming up, I pull my rapiers back. I don't want to lose those. I'm also calling some more scimitars. Challenger 1 comes up. The Mark III gets a kill on his first shot. Milan's engaged in the motor Strelky because they're only using the L85. They take 1 or 2 of them down, and then I decide to run them away because they won't last very long. Not at all. That's a good looking tank. Also bringing up a couple more scimitars. Strela's called out an A10, but this is probably going to die quite soon. Crashed onto the top of that. So I lose this guy. These close engagements, tanks will not last very long, no matter how good they are. Oh, that's not good. That's my artillery coming in, firing on the forest there. He managed to get a kill just before he died. Unfortunately, that kill was a lot cheaper than the Mark III. He's moved his Motostrelki up, so they're following my Milans. So I brought in a Harrier GR7 to bomb the crap out of them. Killed 10 of them, but 7 remain. And at the moment, that's it, guys. I have nothing left. So I'll bring in a couple of Jaguars. Our frontline unit is a supply truck, which is not good. I just lost one of the Jaguars then for no kills. Scared the crap out of the T-72s, but other than that, didn't do much. As you can see, they've got 7 Motostrelki left. 3 Pongay 2s and HQ7, but they do bring in more anti-air. The Milan team, I don't know if it's going to show up on the points now because I had it on, didn't have it on my perspective, but the Milan team just got the B&P that was trying to chase them there. Scimitars are moving to the forest, and I did just kind of forget completely about these. I just left them there because the focus was on here. They didn't, for some reason, try to attack down through here. And it actually looks like Vanguard's not having much of a fight either. So the only action really is here, in the middle and on the left. They forgot about the left of the middle. So I brought up 2 more Scimitars on the right. Oh, these guys are getting butt whooped. See how the Navy SEALs do. Not doing very well. Oh, friendly fire. Oh, they moved block just in time. Right, so I've got another Challenger 1 Mark III. Frog is engaging the Mi-2. That is still alive for some reason, even though they have a reinforcement point there. Ah, intruder got it. Ooh, that's a good job. That's a warrior. Very good job that that was a warrior. Now this guy's trying to do the same as me on the left. Those are some cheap tanks. So another Jaguar came in. He managed to get 175 points though before he died, so unfortunately he did die, but he paid for himself. T-72BU. See, the Sims see it and they think, fuck that, and reverse out there. I'm bringing up 2 more Scimitars with another Mark III. And Strada's also bringing up an A2 Abram. Scimitars distract the T-72. Sergeant Saunders comes in, gives him the good news. Strola's Abrams, this particular tank, he micros this guy very, very well, and I believe he lasts the entire battle. Saunders just took a hit to the front, has lost half his armour. Gets a kill. At this point I should have backed him off. That's why. I think next time I use tanks, if they go below quarter damage or quarter health, then I might just start withdrawing them. Go on, US Marines. Oh, Digger 90s are not going to last well. Digger 90s are not very good. If they were VDV 90s, and these guys would be dead already. US Marines, a combination of mortars. Lots of mortars. They lost 3 guys. Ah, that's a shitload of artillery. Band cannons. Lots of band cannons, and he's moving them as well. Jolly good. Strata Stingers taking out the Mi-8T. I brought up another Challenger 1 Mark III. And I'm bringing out a Seed aircraft. Oh, and I'm actually moving my artillery as well. Save them from being countered. I did lose my Lynx 1. I didn't show that before. I just lost a ferret as well. Sea Harrier takes a hit in the arse. He's down to 1 health point. Very, very nearly dead. I did bring up some strikers as well. Stinger finally getting the MIT. A couple more Jaguars coming out. So I've got 5 of these. Well, I had 5 of these. Bombs away. Lost 1. No, lost 1. Didn't get any kills though. Streller's brought up his Abrams, but they're getting hit from the forests. GR7 killing an infantry squad there. Just as my Challenger got a kill, and just lost my striker to something in the forest there. He is one of the Red 4 players, I believe. Yes. Just lost my Mark III again. So this guy is slowly and steadily pushing us back. Which is not good considering he's playing against 2 of us, but as I've said in previous videos, I am not the best player. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, it doesn't appear to be doing that much. Oh, those US Marines are down to 1 man now. Napalm launchers. Oh, this guy's bringing out all his reservists. Alright, so I brought out one of the big guns now. Got a Challenger 2, sorry. I should have repositioned this striker over to the left sooner. I think it would have done quite well if I'd combined him with the TOW 2. We're bringing out another ferret. If those Navy SEALs had been stopped, then they probably could have killed those Mutterstrelki. But unfortunately they were moving, so they couldn't use their grenade launchers. This guy has tanks in the waiting. Bull Bear's still attacking up there. What's been engaged? My Chieftain 10. Sergeant Binnington. My Chieftain 10s and 11s are elite. So I'm going to bring up some Fusilier 90s in a few minutes. I'm going to help Strela clear out this forest. There's the Charlie 2 in game. There's the 10, Chieftain. He almost killed the T-80. Took 1 hit to himself. Mutterstrelki covering the T-72. So he pulled back. And the Abram killed him. finished him off. As you see, lots of anti-aircraft. He's got Strelas and Strelas, and Tunguskas, and HQ-7s. So bring up the scimitars, get one of the Strelas. The T-72 engages the scimitars. He tries MLRSing here because he knows that's where my tanks are, and unfortunately my Strelas get my scimitars get a side shot. So I brought up another Challenger 2. Oh, he just got a kill there. No, he didn't. Damaged it badly though. They did just destroy the Chieftain Mark 10 as it was repairing. Earl getting a kill there, and so did Birkbeck. I want to move this guy back into the forest so he has a bit of cover. And I'm also bringing up Birkbeck, stick him in the forest as well. I like the fact that Earl is still calm, despite having these guys shooting at him. Unfortunately, that just happened. Birkbeck did get revenge, but the T-72 is a lot cheaper than the Challenger 2. So we have 80% of the kills now. I don't know why this guy's bringing a plane over this side, because he's fighting in the middle. That's a lot of artillery hitting that. Yeah. Seriously, guys, come on. That's twice now that they've let them get through. So I brought up another scimitar. Just going to bring him through this forest here. Try and help Strela's Marines. This guy's also bringing his own Strelas. So I don't know if that artillery is actually doing any good. I don't know who's actually firing, other than myself. Maybe it's the guy with all the band cannons. So I bought 4 more scimitars out. Unknown to me, they can shoot from there onto the road. So I lose one of them. Move Birkbeck back into the trees because I see the reconnaissance helicopter coming. And I've also brought out another Mark III. There goes one of the scimitars, so I run the rest into the tree line. Strela's US Marines, they're fighting the BMPs. I think these are the ones with the grenade launchers as well. So in a forest, they are going to be... They are the one with the grenade launchers because they nearly wipe out all my Fusiliers. In a forest, they are very, very dangerous. Vanguard is also fighting in the middle because there's nothing happening on his zone there. And he's almost losing Tango. He's bringing up a couple of challengers. They should be able to kill the T-72s, no problem. And then he can put his command vehicle back in. He's managed to find... Yeah, he must have found and killed whatever captured that fob, so he's taking it back. So my Fusiliers are finally arriving in their slow Rs 432s. He's trying to artillery our spawn zone. This is a little bit disappointing. 4 shots and he's still alive. I don't know if it's because they're missing, but he's obviously taken damage. But that has 65% accuracy and that has 70, and he's still alive. I know it's got good armor, but I didn't think it'd be that good. This is the Abrams from before that Strela's micromanaging. I'm just moving my supply trucks over to help him there. Oh no, they stunned my ferret. There was a lot of artillery fire coming in. Most of it is ineffective. I don't think I've lost anything to his artillery yet. So unfortunately my Fusiliers leave the tree line. So they get engaged by the BMP-1Ds with the grenade launchers, and they got shot at by the tanks up here as well. However, these are Fusiliers 90s, they don't like getting shot at, so then they shoot back. They have the Law 80, which are awesome. 70% accuracy and 22 AP power. So these will nearly always hit, and whatever they hit will most likely die the first shot, especially the BMPs with their paper thin armor. I did just lose a scimitar, but I lost that to the T-72 over here. This is what made me realize that I should probably put some Scorpions in. Obviously running up against two tanks is not going to go well for a light vehicle, but maybe if I'd have had a Scorpion there, I could have at least damaged it a bit more. Chaparral's finally shooting down an F5, and with help of the Hawk. He's got a lot of anti-aircraft here. Wow, I didn't know he had that many tanks there. That is a lot of tanks. He has a lot more stuff than we do. Challenger 2 was going to start shooting at something, but he lost line of sight. Mark 1 taking a few hits now, so he's down to half. In future games, this is where I'm going to try and reverse him out, instead of leaving him there trading shots. He managed to get that one down to 1 health point. Oh shit, I just lost my stalwarts there. Kind of forgot about my Fusiliers here, but the last napalm bombs land on top of them. So I'm pulling back my Challenger 2, who's now thankfully elite. Strella's bringing up some Abrams to help out, and then I bring in 3 more Challenger 1 Mark 1s. Now unfortunately, because my supply vehicles exploded, I just saw the 100 points. That's how they decapped Yankee. They managed to hit my supply trucks, they exploded and killed the CV, which is a shame. Strella's just lost one of his Abrams. He's going to lose another one in a second, or maybe both. So I bring up my Challenger 2 or both of my Challengers to try and help, but the game ends. So that was that. I am just positive, only just. This is the guy we was fighting. I'm actually quite surprised that he did quite well considering he was playing against 2 of us, but as I said before, I'm not the best player in the world. These were the 2 Challengers at the beginning, so they only got 1 kill each. Milan team got 1 kill. He got 2 T-72Bs and reconnaissance before he died. Artillery didn't do that much. I got some supply trucks. This guy did fairly well. He got an expensive tank there, and then 2 more tanks. GR7 got an infantry squad. Oh, I managed to hit 1 anti-aircraft with all that artillery that I fired. Birkbeck, he survived to the very end. He did quite well. Killed some pesky Conquer teams. Challenger 2 Earl didn't do as well as Birkbeck, but he got a tank, a reconnaissance tank, and a Sturm. Sturms can be very dangerous as well. And of the platoon of Fusiliers, only Sergeant Morrison got 2 kills. The rest died painfully. Oh, I had a Rapier FSA that got an F5. Yay me. Well, yay them. Okay guys, that was that. No names. That was that. Any comments or suggestions, leave below, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.